When we think of the word fight, we typically associate it with throwing a punch or the best way to swing a sword, leaving defense to be hugely overlooked. There's an adage that the best offense is a good defense, and I agree. Having a formidable defense will give you more opportunities to mount a devastating offense. If you simply died every time someone put some pressure on you, then you would never get the chance to attack. So today we're going to teach you the best ways to defend yourself in Naraka Bladepoint. To help me discuss the intricacies of defense, I've invited Neevaun. Neevaun is a top 10 solos player and is absolutely amazing at 1v1s.
Hey guys, it's Neevaun. First, we'll go over some tips for dodging attacks, then go over the best ways to land more parries. Let's get into it.
Whenever you hit shift in Naraka, your character will do a sort of dash or dodge to help you avoid attacks. There's also a secondary dodge or roll that you can do whenever you're in a running or sprinting state. You press shift again and you'll do this little roll. I highly recommend not doing this too often. In most cases, this is going to be kind of a waste of stamina, but you might find some use for it if you're trying to like duck under an attack or something.
Most of the time, dodging is going to be your go-to option for defense in Naraka. As HK mentioned in his combo video, there is a distinct difference in tapping and holding dodge. When it comes to dodging and defense, we'll want to focus on using tap dodge. Tapping your dodge button will result in a longer dodge that has more invincibility frames, also known as iframes, as opposed to the shorter hold dodge, where you go into a sprint.
Bringing us to our next topic, when should we dodge?
For starters, the most common case where you should attempt to dodge is when someone is mashing attacks at you and you're unsure if they're going to hit you with the third focus attack or cancel into another light attack. In those cases, dodging is going to be your most reliable and consistent option to get out of these situations. For example here, after 2 light attacks, I don't have to guess. I can simply tap dodge out without wondering what they're going to do next, and then punish if they continue spamming. Against focus attacks in combat, if your opponent is varying his timing when releasing his focus attacks to make it difficult to parry against, tap dodge is your safest tool. You can see here, simply tap dodging to one direction to avoid it is more consistent, unlike trying to guess the parry timing and end up getting hit, like this.
Bringing us to our next topic, which direction do we want to dodge? Most of the time, you're going to want to dodge to your left, because we want to go to our attacker's right side. And at this point, you'd be justified in asking why. If we pause the animation on an attack right here, we can see that the attack hitbox is mostly on the left side. And this is true for most attacks in the game. Therefore, dodging to your attacker's right side is going to be your safest bet in avoiding attacks, which means you should consistently dodge to your left.
The one exception to this is the spear. You should always tap dodge to the right to go to their left side, the main reason being for the spear uppercut. This uppercut hits to their right, so if you dodge left, you run the risk of dodging into the uppercut. The final tip for dodging I have for you is to hit the like button. People who have hit the like button have actually longer iframes.
Alright, let's get into parries and counterattacks. Have you ever seen a focus attack coming, but regardless of how much you helplessly mash parry, your character is just attacking or you're stuck in some sort of animation? Let's get into the different ways that we can quickly cancel into a parry from any position. The main problem with parrying is that the parry is actually 2 attack buttons. So say you're pressing a left click or right click, if you simply press parry at this point, the game is going to read your input as an attack button and continue that combo instead of giving you the actual parry. So to avoid this, there are 4 main ways that we can cancel into a parry while we're attacking.
First off, we have the basic crouch parry and jump parry. These parries are your easiest parries to pull off and should be used as your bread and butter in the heat of battle.
In a lot of situations, they're usually also the fastest parry cancel. So if you're attacking or something and you want to do a parry, try to get in the mindset of defaulting to either a jump or crouch to cancel into your parry.
Jump parries can send you towards your opponents, while crouch parry, you stay in one place. This can be useful for timing or spacing purposes.
This is essential for beating greatswords and stone form. So if you see a greatsword charging, you can simply poke them once, activate their stone form, and then cancel into your parry right away. Another common situation to parry is when you go for an uppercut. Say you do 2 hits and then now you're attempting an uppercut. If you notice your opponent didn't fly up with you and they're missing, then it probably meant they were charging a focus attack and they armored through your uppercut. In that case, you can start mashing parry to try to parry them on your way down. And another common parry situation is canceling off of a grapple. One of the common ways to counter getting grappled is focus attacking them as they come in with the grapple attack. So if you notice you grappled someone and your opponent is holding a focus attack, then get ready to press C or crouch to cancel your grapple and then press parry on the way down.
Getting into the instant focus parry. In high level play, players tend to move around while charging and cancelling their focus attacks. This is because it has a lot of options out of it when you cancel, such as cancelling into an uppercut or simply letting the focus attack go. So you'll find yourself in this sort of situation often, where you and your opponent are both holding a focus attack next to one another. Which brings us to the instant focus parry. This is mainly used when you engage on your opponent and both of you open with a focus attack and you want to catch them off guard into a parry.
The instant focus parry can help you parry immediately out of a focus attack. Normally, you'd have to cancel the focus attack with either a jump or a crouch, and sometimes that's just too slow. You're still gonna get hit even though you try to cancel into a parry. To perform this, so let's say you want to cancel your right click focus attack. If you're holding right click for the focus, let go of right click and immediately press left click and you'll activate your parry. And of course, this works on the left click as well. You can be holding left click, then let go of left click and press right click right away, and that can also give you the parry. But another thing is this only works before the first ding. Otherwise, if you've tried your focus attack beyond the first ding, you're gonna have to use the more conventional ways to cancel your focus if you want to go into a parry. This is super useful when you and your opponent are charging a focus attack right next to each other. Because the mentality is, they probably want to release their focus attack before you to try to hit you before you release yours. Or at least their mentality might just be that they want to release it to at least clang with you in case you're letting go of yours right away.
And finally, we have the dodge or shift parry. As shown before, there's a difference between holding and tapping dodge. So when it comes to parrying, to parry sooner, make sure you are holding shift into your parry.
One quick tip about dodge parrying. If you're holding a focus attack, instead of letting go and then dodging and then pressing the 2 attack parry input, there's another way. You can continue just holding the original attack and then sprint, then tap the other attack button. For example, if you're holding right click, continue holding right click as you press and hold shift, then just tap your left click. You don't even need to let go of the original button to activate your parry. You can just hold it and then tap the other button.
Unfortunately, there's a big problem with shift parrying. Your dodge itself may accidentally dodge the opponent's focus attack, causing your parry to miss, which makes jump or crouch parry better in a lot of situations and also more consistent. All in all, learning all these parry tricks should help you land a lot more parries and to win more fights consistently. Most of the time, it is better to focus on tap dodging and using your movement to punish your opponents. Due to issues with latency and timing, it can be inconsistent and risky to go for these flashy parries in certain situations, hence making tap dodging your safest route.
Hey, a huge thanks to Neevaun for coming on and sharing his tips with us. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It lets me know that you want to see more tutorials like this, and you get to see it when they come out. Thank you so much for watching, as always, and I will see you next time.